Hello gamers, this is Brain from GameBrain.media, and I am having way more fun now than I was before, or for the last 3 months. In this video, you're going to see 16 games reviewed in one video. Yes, I said I'm having way more fun now. 16 game reviews in one video. You know how I did it? Well, it was not easy. 3 months ago, I posted my last video, and now here we are, 3 months later. I've posted and deleted several videos in the last 3 months. However, I deleted them. Well, yeah, they're gone. I had hard drive corruption problems, and I watched too many YouTube gurus, and my videos turned into angry rants about, they tell you copy other creators, steal their titles, steal their thumbnails. Don't be creative. Don't be original. Don't do something that everybody else isn't doing. Copy. Copy the viral people. You're never going to make it being yourself. Nobody cares about you. Nobody likes you. You might as well go eat worms. Yeah, all that crap. So anyway, I filled my head with a bunch of crap from the YouTube gurus, and I did not like it. And it came out of my mouth, just like it did a minute ago. But that's not what I'm about, bro. So I killed Negative Nancy. I tried to kill Negative Nancy as much as I possibly could. And I just played games for 3 months, man. I didn't give a fuck. I played games. I played copyright protected music, which I cannot do when I make a video. I also planted my vegetable garden for the 4th year in a row, and the garden is rocking, dude. So, what games have I been playing lately? Well, my fallback games are always Call of the Wild and Fishing Planet. I really dig those 2 games. They're just super chill. I love hunting and fishing. I wish Call of the Wild had horses, but more about that later. It's foreshadowing a future video. Then there's also the game Wildlands and Breakpoint. When I need to go shoot 'em up, I'm going to jump into Wildlands and Breakpoint, and I'm going to kill cartoons. I'm not going to kill people. I'm killing cartoon characters. Video game characters, shoot 'em up. Or I'll go play Counter-Strike. Right? So, I mean, if I just want to, I know sometimes, what? Relax playing Wildlands, Breakpoint, or Counter-Strike? No. That's pretty intense stuff. No, it's fun. it's fun. It's hilarious. It's a good time. So, also, Call of the Wild, you can make that as insane or as boring as you want. You can jump on the quad and go blasting down the road and make a lot of noise and scare all the game away. Or you can walk through the woods quietly. And I wish that game had horses. Same thing with Fishing Planet. It's tedious to set up. Now they've introduced a new feature which I've been begging for, and I'm sure that they introduced this feature because I complained about it. I suggested it. I pushed for it, and I'm the most important person in Fishing Planet. But yeah, now you have something called a gear bag. Like if I want to go to the Everglades, I can pick my Everglades gear bag. No, really what they did was they created something called gear bags, and they sold them as DLC. They gave you like 3 gear bags, but if you want more, you pay. So anyway, I've been begging for this. I've been playing Fishing Planet for, I don't know, man, almost 10 years. It seems like. Maybe it's only 7 years, but it sure seems like 10. But yeah, when you have a setup for largemouth bass going to the Everglades, and also maybe going out to the other dock and hitting the snook and hitting the tarpon hole, and then going and catching some of the catfish off the dock. Now you can do that with your bass setup, but when you go to some of the other lakes, you're going to be humping along your saltwater rods and reels. Or if you go to Europe, you're going to be using your carp rods and your bottom rods and all that kind of stuff. So really, really fantastic game. All right, so here it is. Call of the Wild, 100% on my list of the top 20 or 50 games of all time. I will always fall back to playing that game. It's just super chill, super relaxing, super sneaky, super stealth, super sniper. Like going out and hunting bear with a bow and arrow is pretty freaking pretty awesome. Um, then of course Fishing Planet. There's a myriad. It's a free to play game. Call the Wild is on sale. The base game is $5. It came out, it was like $40, then 30, then 29, well, then 20, then $10, and then $5. You can get Call of the Wild on sale for $5 and then buy some DLC. The DLC will be on sale at the same time that Call of the Wild is on sale. Call of the Wild is the hunter Call of the Wild. You go walk around in the woods. I mean, if you haven't seen it, look at my library, look at my backlog, look at my history. I have a ton of videos about all of these games that I'm talking about. So, Call of the Wild, super duper recommended. Boom, there's one game review right there. Fishing Planet, 2 game reviews right there. Or the second game review right there. Get the game, it's free. You have to play through level 1. And if you can't figure out level 1 and you don't like level 1, then go away. You're not going to like the rest of it. But if that's your vibe, if that's super chill to you to just go and it's challenging. Oh man, I got a half-pound bluegill. I want a 1-pound bluegill, and eventually you want a 4-pound bluegill. So it depends on your personality and your gaming style that you are interested in, right? I'm not real thrilled playing The Sims 4. I think the game is absolutely phenomenal. I wish the building system was a little different because I would love to use it to build things, but you just don't get the kind of freedom. It's just it gives you building components that were designed by video game designers, not anybody who has any comprehension of real world construction. So that's its biggest downfall. Otherwise, I love The Sims 4. I guess that could be game review 3. But then we get into Ghost Recon Wildlands and Ghost Recon Breakpoint. That would be game review 4 and 5. And then racing games, auto racing, 4x4, off-road, Mudrunner, rally, dirt. Then, of course, motorcycle games, MX and look, we're already way beyond getting into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 games on our first slide, right? But now these aren't really reviews. You already know what you already like. And do you want to try one of these? Well, look at my backlog. I have a library. I have an entire page filled with videos about a lot of those games. Now, in the last 3 months, well, actually in the last 6 months, I started The Amazing Spider-Man. Man, maybe that was a year ago. But I knocked that game out, and it was no longer available on Steam. I bought it on Steam, and there was some kind of licensing issue when EA bought Origin. Origin took over, or EA took over all the Origin games, or God knows what kind of cluster action is going on behind the scenes, but we don't care. You can't have Amazing Spider-Man. So I never made a video about it because you can't have it. And it's sad. And I wouldn't want you to, see this incredible game that you can never play. So anyway, I didn't make any videos about that game, but I loved it, and I loved it so much that I went and I bought every single freaking Spider-Man game I could find. So I found Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. I got that on the Epic Game Store. Guess what? I want everything. I want to buy everything through Steam. But it was on sale and cheaper at Epic. And Epic sometimes gives games away free. Like I got Grand Theft Auto free. Grand Theft Auto 5 free on Epic. I got Red Dead Redemption 2 over there for like $4.99 on sale or some. What? Really? That's so cheap. So I don't have all my games on Steam, but I do love the Steam interface. I've tried Galaxy Games because you can bring all of your different libraries in, but not really. It doesn't work. You get called out. You have to do double feature or two-factor authorization. So you can't just set it up once. You got to keep logging in. Screw it. I'll just go to different stores, or I'll go to different launch platforms. Blah, blah, blah. But right here on this screen, we have The Amazing Spider-Man 1, Miles Morales, Spider-Man Remastered, and The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is currently for sale on Steam, and I'm currently Well, I just finished. But I'm not done. I haven't deleted it. I'm going to swing around and I'm going to solve some other crimes. I'm going to beat up some bad guys in the neighborhood who've been really pissing me off. And man, that game is just so much fun. I mean, bro, I was Spider-Man for almost a month straight with a couple of interruptions to just go shoot people in Counter-Strike. Shoot cartoons in Counter-Strike. And then my hard drive corruption problem started, and I'm like, oh no, I'm maxed out. I defragged. Oh no, it's still causing me corruption. It's telling me that it can't write to the cluster. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, man. So I solved that and finally did some just old school detective work on troubleshooting by the process of elimination. I took the hard drive out of the circuit that is in my computer. One hard drive. And it wasn't allowing me to boot. I have a second hard drive, or a second computer, actually. I have two operating system hard drives in a dual boot in my main gaming machine. I have gaming and I have work. Then I have a second older gaming computer as a backup and a second monitor. So I was able to revert to a second system and get it going while I tried to troubleshoot the other PC. But I don't want to go into all that. That just turns me into negative Nancy, dude. So anyway, I fixed it. I figured it out. I unplugged the offending hard drive, or I just started unplugging hard drives. I went into my BIOS and I changed the boot order, and I saw, okay, I can boot from this drive, I can boot from this drive, I can boot from this drive, bam. When I introduce this fourth drive, poof, everything's off. So I unplugged that drive and everything worked. So I decided that I would try to recover that drive and run ScanDisk on it and stuff by getting a new cable, plugging it into a new motherboard port. Anyway, it worked and everything's cool. So during that whole process, though, it came about because I was running out of hard drive space. So I decided that, guess what? You got to start deleting these games. I had to delete The Amazing Spider-Man 1. I still wanted to go swing around the city and beat up the bad guys. There weren't really side missions to do. There were kind of repetitive missions, like finding all the comic books and stuff. Then same thing in Miles Morales, same thing in Spider-Man Remastered. They do all follow the same pattern, but that's why they're all so much fun. So there's 4 games right there. Bam! Bam! 4 games right in your face that, well, I'm sorry, you can't get Amazing Spider-Man 1. 3 games right in your face. So that brings us to Just Cause 3. Dude, the game is stupidly fun, and super fun. I also have Just Cause 1, 2, and 4. Now, the reason I bought Just Cause 3 and it was installed on my hard drive is because Just Cause 4 was announced years ago, and that put the whole Just Cause bundle on sale. So I got Just Cause for I got Just Cause 1, 2, and 3 for like $13 or maybe $12. And I figured, well, I'm going to play the most recent one. It's going to be closest to the newer game that's coming out, and then eventually that game will come out on sale. Well, it'll come out and it won't be on sale, but I'll put it on my wish list. When it goes on sale, I buy that. And I currently own Just Cause 4. But that's my pattern, right? When they announce a new game, I'll look at the old bundle or the history of the game, and then I'll buy the game, or I'll buy the bundle, and then I'll work my way backwards. Just Cause 4 is $60, or when it was really released, maybe it was 40, 50, 60, whatever. I ain't paying that. So I put it on my wish list, waited for it to go on sale. Bada bing, bada boom. I played Just Cause 3. I got 60 hours into that game, dude. It was fun. I liked it. But it got repetitive. It is repetitive. And that's a problem with all of these games. Like, for a while, I can be Spider-Man for 3 or 4 days in a row, and then, nope, I gotta go fishing. Nope, I gotta go hunting. I gotta go ride a motorcycle. I gotta go ride a dirt bike. I gotta go fucking race rally cars, or I gotta go out on the street and race Formula 1s or GTRs or GT racing, right? Or, pick anything, dude. I'll do BTCCs. I'm a big time racer and I love it and need more of it. Anyway, with Just Cause 3, I did finish Just Cause 3. It was super fun. I had to restart from the beginning because it does not have Steam Cloud saves, so it didn't transfer my 60 hours previously played from the old computer to the new computer. But on the old computer, I played it in 1080, so now I'm playing it at 4K, and it's a very good looking game. It's a beautiful game. The story is kind of, it's okay. It's very comic book. And there's a lot of tasks that are very redundant. Just like in Spider-Man, capturing those damned comic book pages is repetitive. It gets old. But whenever I see them, I have to have them. I don't know. I'm a digital pack rat. What do they call those people? Hoarders. I'm a hoarder of digital things. But anyway, achievements, right? So here's more games that I finished. Up here, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. 9, 10, 11, 12. We're at like 12 games. And then we come to Mafia. Oh my God. In the last 3 months, dude, I've played 2.5 of the Mafia games. I played Mafia 1 Definitive Edition. I finished that. And I got to play the freaking music. For this particular game, that truly is a, wait for it, game changer. Absolutely. 100% it frickin' rocked. Oh wait, no, it didn't rock. It jitterbugged. Yeah, dude, the music is from like the 20s, 30s, and 40s. It's a trip. It's period music. It fits the environment. You're driving old cars in an old city, wearing old style suits, going to old style bars and restaurants, and voila, listening to old school music. And the radio, just being able to play the radio and what they actually put in there compared to the garbage like Saints Row and Grand Theft Auto. Their radio garbage is garbage. This game absolutely fit the period. It's like, Hitler moved into Poland today, and bombs are dropping around Europe. Blah, like that. The radio announcer guy would give you the news of the day and then play music. And it was so dramatic. It was so over the top, so melodramatic that it totally fit that 1930s and 40s era melodrama vibe. If you've ever seen old black and white movies, especially crime, drama, Casablanca, whatever, dude, you understand maybe what I'm talking about a little bit. 100% recommend Mafia 1 Definitive Edition. It's only an 8-hour story. A lot of that is cutscenes, blah, blah, blah. But after I played that game, I actually found that, oh, look, Mafia the Old Country, the brand new release, has been announced. So, well, that's when I bought the Mafia bundle. I got Mafia 1, 2, and 3 Definitive Editions as a bundle when they announced Mafia the Old Country. Now, later, when that game got released, that same bundle went on sale for just a couple of dollars less. I got all 3 games for $13. So, I already got 10 hours or 8 hours. 8 hours of play from Mafia 1. Mafia 2 is predicted by howlongtobeat.com as a 10-hour story. I probably already have 10 hours in that. I am almost finished, but in this particular game, I got from the same thing. I'm listening to music, but in this case, the music is 40s, 50s, and 60s. So suddenly we have a whole new groove in the music, in the style of clothing, in the cars. Most of the construction in cities are still just intact as they were. But man, oh man, I'm telling you, Mafia 1 and 2 Definitive Edition so far have been phenomenal. Highly recommended. 1,000%. Yes, 1,000%. I ain't saying 100%, dude. They were so good. Now, we're talking about when Mafia the Old Country, which is the newest version of the game, it has been released now. So the Mafia Definitive Edition bundle for 1, 2, and 3 went on sale, but so did the classic versions of the game. Now, there is no classic version of Mafia 3. It came out with high quality definitive edition style graphics. But I picked up Mafia 1 Classic and Mafia 2 Classic. I am a I don't know what to call myself. I'm not really a video game historian, or I guess I'm a nostalgic gamer, right? I want to see the game in its original state. When they release a remastered version or a definitive edition version, I want to play the original. But I'll play the best one first, and then I'll look at the old one. Now, I'm only halfway through Mafia 1 Classic, and it was too close. I had just finished Mafia 1 Definitive, and like 2 weeks later, the Mafia 1 Classic and Mafia 2 Classic bundle dropped, and I'm like, well, before I start Mafia 2, I'm just going to chug through Mafia 1 Classic. Well, I got about halfway through it, and it is so close to the Definitive Edition, story-wise, voice acting-wise, and I had to restore music with a community mod. I also got rid of the fog of war and reduced draw distance and improved textures with a community mod that you can find because it's out there. Go find it. I'm only halfway through that game, but dude, I'm telling you, I'm going on and on about the Mafia games. Mafia 1 and 2 so far have been absolutely phenomenal. I've loved them. Mafia 1, only 8 hours. Mafia 2, 10 hours. Mafia 3, I think, is falling in there at about 10 or 12 hours. They've added some additional stuff. Now, I've discovered that in Mafia 2, is it Mafia 2? Yeah. There's a couple of, Jimmy's Adventures, or whatever the hell that idiot moron friend of ours' name is. He goes out on his own. He gets called on by the boss. Vito gets locked up. This, that, and the other thing happened, and I can't say enough about it, clearly. All right, now, moving on. There are some games I deleted because I needed that hard drive space. I think I said here we were like 12 games. And, well, here you got 13, 14, 15, 16. 16, 17, whatever. Close enough, man. They're not really game reviews. I'm just telling you, everything I have talked about in this game, everything I've played in the last 3 months, has been phenomenal. And not recording it for YouTube and not being limited to, you're not allowed to play music or you'll get a copyright strike. All right, dude. I'm down with all of that. I think my YouTube channel is over. No, it's not. But I'm not gonna put gameplay up there because nobody cares, right? You buy the goddamn game yourself and play it yourself. That's the whole point. I'm trying to encourage you to buy the games, put them on your wish list, buy things cheap, get them when they're on sale, get the bundle. When the new one drops, don't go drop $60 on it, man. I know Grand Theft Auto people are gonna hate me for that, but they're gonna try to bring Grand Theft Auto out at $100. No, I'm not buying it. I will not buy it. Yeah, I want to play it, but it ain't going to happen. Anyway, they've also announced Grand Theft Auto 5. There's Legacy, now there's Enhanced. So I actually bought 2 copies of Grand Theft Auto and RDR. They're both Rockstar games, so I had to have 2 separate Rockstar accounts that I connect those games to. So my Epic is connected to one of my Rockstar accounts with a specific email address that I created for Epic. And it took some doing to make that happen. I had to contact Rockstar support and have them transfer my purchase to a different email address, which put my new install of Red Dead Redemption that I got for like dirt cheap on Epic. But it's weird. I launch it from Epic, but it starts the Rockstar launcher that I use with my Steam Rockstar games, which is Grand Theft Auto. All the Grand Theft Autos. So, yabba dabba doo. I wanted to keep my GTA 5 Legacy, but I ran out of hard drive space. It's 116 gigabytes, dude. That's a big fat nut. But I wanted to be able to jump in and have my I wanted my garage, dude. I stole so many cars and I packed them into a garage. I had a warehouse filled with cars. Um, and I mean, I don't even know. Maybe that was just me and my buddy Jay and or Noggin when we were playing GTA 5 online. And it's a tough road to play, or it's a tough game to play online because there are so many griefers. You can't just go and enjoy and do the things that are unique to the online environment. You're going to get mugged. You're going to get shot up. You're going to get killed. You're going to get assassinated. You're going to get wiped out. Or you're going to become a vile piece of crap. You're already a vile piece of crap criminal, but now you're going to become more vile and more of a piece of crap. You're going to go turn from a piece of crap into a piece of something else. I don't know what. What's worse than that? Um, right? And you're going to go on the war path, and you're going to be a griefer, and you're going to go kill everyone because they're killing you. So, oh yeah, gaming can touch your emotions, dude. Seriously, if you've played through Red Dead Redemption, I don't know how many times I, you know, had this strange sensation of moisture building up in my eyelids to the point that it dripped down my face. It was really bizarre. But I've had that experience in a lot of games in the past. I'm an old school gamer, play a lot of games, and I've had the best last 3 months of my gaming life recently with these few games. So, will I ever finish Cyberpunk 2077? I'm leaning towards yes, but I'm not real motivated to do it. And now here's three more. Um, if I didn't already hit 16, I think I've hit 16. But Dying Light. Will I ever finish Dying Light? I got 19 hours in, 46 hours on howlongtobeat.com. Eh, yeah, but it got real repetitive. And just leaving the game and going racing or going shooting or going hunting or going fishing for a while, I didn't have any driving force to go back. Oh, that game is so fun. It's not like Spider-Man. That game is so fun. I got to go play more. So the same thing is true. I own the entire Batman series, right? I got Batman Arkham everything and blah blah blah. I got Gotham Knights, and man, I've only played Batman Arkham Asylum halfway through. I got bored, and that was on a 1080p machine. So now I played it. Then I played it at 4K, and I got bored. And I'm like, okay, this is getting repetitive, and I can't beat this particular level. So, or I just don't want to do the frickin' Batmobile crap. Oh wait, that's Arkham Knight. But you get what I'm saying? The Spider-Man stuff, I could not wait to go back into it, but I did play it so long that I got bored with it. I needed a break. I went over into Bolivia and I shot some people up in Ghost Recon Wildlands, and that broke the monotony. And then I rode motorcycles for a while, and then maybe I did some racing, and then maybe I went back and did some fishing, and then I came back to be Spider-Man again. Now see, I haven't come back to be in the cyberpunk world because I don't really care about my character. There's no connection there. It's just a thing, right? She's a thing. She's kind of a nondescript entity. Even though they try to give her some history and backstory and all that crap, I just don't identify with that. And really, I guess, at the end of the day, it's an urban environment, and I hate urban environments and cities. I am a hillbilly. I am a redneck. Hey, I'm not a hillbilly. I guess hillbillies live in the hills of Appalachia, right? I'm a redneck. I'm a Yankee. Whatever you want to call me, I don't care. I love zombie games. Love playing Left 4 Dead. I just picked up DayZ. What's it called? DayZ Enforcer or DayZ something. It says that you can play it single player, and it's not just like the DayZ multiplayer only kind of thing. You got to sign up on a server and all that. But I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. It was dirt cheap. It was like $3, $3.99, or maybe. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a free game on Epic. Okay, that's one of the benefits of the Epic Game Store. They give away free games sometimes. So anyway, Cyberpunk, I can't relate to the person or the story or the environment. So I'm really struggling to go back into that game. Dying Light, it's getting repetitive. It's kind of same shit, different day. Go here, do this. Go here, do that. Go here, do that. I'm doing the same crap. I'm fighting the same enemies. I'm traversing the same territory. I have to keep returning to headquarters. So I'm treading the same paths many times. And I am the guy who prefers the road less traveled. I want to hit a fork in the road, and I'm going to take that skinny trail that nobody walks down very often, compared to the well-beaten path on the right-hand side, right? So, same thing is true in Elden Ring. I played 12 hours. I don't know who I am. My character isn't distinct. Like, I'm not like the Dragonborn in Skyrim, and even that took me a while for that to become that took like a couple of attempts at playing that game before I became a barbarian, right? I mean, my kid's middle name is Conan. Conan the Barbarian was my favorite. Well, Conan and Tarzan and Corum and Elric the Albino were the books that I read, fiction books, while driving back and forth to Wisconsin in road trips on summer vacation with my parents. We had to go visit Grandma and Grandpa on the farm, and that's kind of stuff that I read. Conan, Elric, Corum, the Three Kingdoms, Tarzan. Oh my God, anything. Edgar Rice Burroughs, John Carter of Mars, stuff like that. So I would expect Elden Ring. Like, I bought the Conan game. I couldn't get into it. It wasn't truly Conan. It just didn't feel right. Or it made you do World of Warcraft type things that I didn't want to. That's not what I was looking for. I wanted a frickin' Conan the Barbarian adventure. And the Conan TV movies don't hold a candle to Conan the novel, or even Conan the graphic novels or comic books. Anyway, Elden Ring, yeah, I don't know who I am. I haven't grasped my identity. I'm just a dude who woke up in a cave, if I can recall back 12 hours to that first, what's going on here kind of thing, And will I ever finish Elden Ring? I'm not so sure. You get to ride a horse in the game, and I love riding horses in games. And that's the next video about games with horses. But the horses in Elden Ring, I mean, they were just transportation, rather than, Roach in Witcher 3, which, another game I would highly recommend. So, I think we're at the end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, that was a half an hour, dude. But hey, I gotta break this chain, and slay Negative Nancy. Get rid of the YouTube gurus, ghosts out of my head. I can be original. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I don't care if I get viewers, subscribers, likes, or shares, or comments. But it'd be really nice if you left a like, left a positive comment, and subscribed. You see what I did there? I did the reversal. All right, man. Party on, Wayne. GameBrain.media gone.